Tonight we report on why Grant PUD is expanding its wireless internet network, and the Moses Lake High School cheer and stunt team prepares for the state championship. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Big Ben splits games with Wenatchee on the hardwood, and Beast Mode's caps are flying off the shelves. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
More clouds and fog linger around our area. Some precipitation may be possible by the weekend. I'll have all the details for you in just a bit.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
Grant PUD is going to use a wireless internet system to provide access until fiber optic service can be installed. The Public Utility District is not abandoning plans to expand their fiber optic internet network, according to a spokesman on Wednesday. PUD spokesman Chuck Allen said the utility district is looking to expand their current wireless network into more areas as it builds toward providing 98% fiber optic coverage to the county. Allen said about 70% of their internet customers are connected to fiber, and they're working on providing access to people until they can work out the best way to continue with fiber optic installation. The PUD spent the past 18 months conducting a pilot program for wireless broadband in the Quincy Valley. The wireless system provides up to 7 megabytes per second speeds for internet use. The PUD fiber optic system provides up to 100 megabytes per second speeds. Despite business pickup for Grant County's first pot shop, the owner is facing a legal battle over the business's previous name. Reporter Jeff Chu met with the owner, who said he's going to fight the lawsuit.
The owner of Grant County's first marijuana retail shop in Ephrata is fighting a corporate media company's lawsuit that accuses him of infringing on its marijuana magazine's trademark. High Times Magazine's parent company, Trans High Corporation, filed a lawsuit in August against shop owner Richard Rick Reimers and his business, formerly called High Times Station. The magazine is claiming trademark infringement for the use of the name High Time. Reimers said he's fighting the lawsuit that goes to Spokane Federal District Court in September. He says it's a matter of principle.
Somebody has to stand up to them, and that's what I'm doing, standing up to them.
Reimers' Pot Shop was the first to open in Grant County last summer. Reimers was one of the first 24 retailers to be licensed to sell recreational cannabis products by Washington State Liquor Control Board under Initiative 502. Washington voters approved legalization of the production and retail sale of marijuana in the state in 2012. Reimers explained how the lawsuit came about.
It should have never had started in the first place. They sent an agreement to sign back in August or something, and they wanted $15,000 or $10,000, and we told them no, that we wouldn't pay it, but we would take the name down and all that stuff. We started over as Canarail Station, and then High Times went ahead and filed suit after we had done everything they asked. The only thing we didn't do was to pay them their money for damages. What damages, we're not sure.
In the lawsuit, Trans High Corporation claims Reimers used High Time in his store's name in an effort to deceive the public into thinking there was a connection between the shop and the publication. Reimers denies that. Shortly after opening his shop in July, Reimers changed the name of his business to Canarail Station and replaced the sign outside the business. Reimers said the lawsuit intensified last week.
We answered their suit, and they sent us a settlement request yesterday or day before. Now they're asking for $15,000 to settle it. And so it's going on to court. You know, we're scheduled for September of this year.
Attempts to contact the New York City attorney for Trans High Corporations and High Times Magazine were unsuccessful. Reimer said his business is picking up at the Ephrata shop, but so are his legal fees, now at $14,000. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll be back right after this.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
When you find out about the DQ $5 lunch, all this food for only $5, you gotta tell people about it. So I situated nice. Frosty drink next to this juicy grilled burger and fries. Get my sundae, boom. I just dropped a $5 lunchogram on all my friends. Get ready for a little $5 envy.
Michael, we like your style. The $5 lunch. Entree, fries, drink, plus a sundae. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Hello everyone, I'm Chaslyn Rodriguez, Freeman One News Weather Center, brought to you by Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. And the fog continues around our area. Cloud cover and patchy fog lingers around within the next few days. Temperatures remain slightly above the normal for this time of year in the lower 40s. And the next best threat for rain and snow arrives early next week and for the beginning of the work week. In the meantime, let's take a look at the almanac within the past 24 hours for Ephrata. We started in the mid-30s. It should be in the lower 20s for this time of year. Maximum temperatures in the lower 40s. It should be in the upper 30s for this time of year. That record high of 55 degrees in 1984. And for Moses Lake, maximum temperatures as well in the lower 40s and the low in the mid-30s, around 10 degrees above the normal for this time of year. Sunset 4:55 p.m. And right now outside your door, our current temperatures in the upper 30s, mostly cloudy skies. Those winds coming through from the north-northwest up to 7 miles per hour. Due to those wind conditions, it may feel slightly cooler around our area. Patchy fog and cloud cover will persist. Some break throughout the overnight hours into the morning hours, but then coming back towards our Columbia Basin, the cloud cover will persist within the next few days. Some disturbance towards northern parts, but it will not impact our air. We're expecting dry conditions for the weekend. This system will approach the inland northwest and may impact our area towards the beginning of the work week. Mostly clear skies towards the evening hours. And for our Columbia Basin, those maximum temperatures in the lower 40s with mostly cloudy skies. Those temperatures ranging from the lower 40s to upper 30s. Bridgeport 37 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. And we even see temperatures towards the east in the lower 30s. And Royal City 42 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the extended forecast for the week. Mild temperatures continue around our area for tomorrow, Friday. Mostly cloudy skies. The fog will persist as well as lots of cloud cover. We're expecting temperatures to remain above the normal for this time of year, around the 40-degree mark, in the lower 40s for Friday, Saturday, even into Sunday. Now coming Sunday into Monday, that system approaches from the north, may bring us some showers. The threat of showers is less on Sunday. It is a little bit higher on Monday. 40% chance of precipitation and wintry mix may be possible around our area. Dry conditions are expected for Tuesday, but then coming into Wednesday, we may get another round of showers with temperatures above the normal. We'll be right back with sports.
What better way to start the new year than in a new Toyota? We're making it easier than ever with 3 ways to save. Your choice of financing as low as 0%, up to $2,500 in customer cash back, or low payment leases on your favorite Toyota model, like RAV4, now just $199 per month. Just pick your favorite Toyota, the best savings options for you, and drive away. It's that easy, so start your year right. For full details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
Moga Ladue drained 27 points, Donovan Wright added 22, and the Running Vikes came back to beat Wenatchee 81-79 in overtime. Big Bend trailed 33-24 at intermission. The Running Vikes stepped up their defensive effort, holding the Knights to 31 second-half points. Big Bend knocked down 40 to send it to OT. The teams traded buckets over the extra 5-minute period, and it was the Running Vikes coming away with a 2-point victory. The Knights held the edge stat-wise, but Big Bend had the one that counted most, the win. The win moves the Running Vikes to 5-1 and into a tie with Columbia Basin for the conference lead. 3 players scored in double figures, but it wasn't enough to lead the Lady Vikings to a win on the hardwood. Ryla Jamet knocked down a game-high 20 points to go along with 12 rebounds in the 67-57 loss to Wenatchee. Mackenzie Windley added 16 points. Aubrey Vale finished with 12, and Big Bend fell to 1-5 in East Conference play. A close first half of action had the Lady Vikings up 30-29 at the break. The Knights held Big Bend to 27 second-half points while posting 38 of their own to win by 10. Wenatchee's bench proved to be the difference in this one as the Knights subs pumped in 30 points in the contest. Big Bend is back in action Saturday when the teams host the Spokane Sasquatch. Well, hats off to Marshawn Lynch, I guess. While barely saying a word, the Hawks All-Pro running back has created a run on the Beast Mode caps he's been wearing at Super Bowl media appearances. The 2 baseball caps Lynch has worn this week while answering or not answering reporters' questions have sold out on his website. Buffalo-based New Era Cap Company makes the caps for Lynch and says it will produce more to meet continuing demand. I guess that's one way to recover some of the coin he's paying out for fines incurred this year. Opening statements in the murder trial of former New England Patriot Aaron Hernandez were delivered to jurors this morning. Bristol County Assistant District Attorney Roger Bomberg told jurors Hernandez orchestrated the killing and cover-up of semi-pro football player Odin Lloyd. Bomberg then played video surveillance that prosecutors say showed Lloyd getting into a car driven by Hernandez shortly before his killing. Video was also taken at Hernandez's home shortly after the killing without Lloyd in the car. An image taken off of Hernandez's video surveillance system showed Hernandez standing outside his basement holding what Bomberg said was a gun. Hernandez has pleaded not guilty to killing Lloyd in 2013. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the Moses Lake High School cheer and stunt team that's heading to Seattle this weekend for the state championship. Reporter Jeff Chu met with the team and has the story.
You see them perform at Moses Lake High School sports events, but Saturday, the Moses Lake Cheer and Stunt Squad will flip and fly for the state championship in Seattle.
Single toe in the yak. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah!
It's an exciting time for Moses Lake Cheer Squad head coach Mikey Carlisle, who has been coaching cheer and stunt teams for 10 years. But this year she notices a difference.
I think they're the best that I've had, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
During a recent practice at the high school gym, Carlisle explained why the team is at its best.
Just the skill level. Cheerleading, when you do all the stunts and the tumbling, it's all about how hard of a skill you're doing. So and then you have to do it clean. So every year, our stunts just get that much harder because the kids get better at what they're doing. So just experience, you build on it every year.
The Moses Lake High School cheer and stunt team will compete at the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association State Cheerleading Championship at the University of Washington. Carlisle explained what kind of competition the Moses Lake team will be up against.
The state competition has about 55 schools represented from across the state, and it ranges from small schools all the way to 4A, so all classifications. And they will compete in different categories based on whether or not they tumble and also whether or not they have boys on their team, and then by the size, the number of people on the floor at the time. So it's all split like small, medium, large, extra large, and then there's co-ed divisions.
Moses Lake High senior Lexi Howell talked about her team's strengths.
I'm on the co-ed team, and I think our strongest is definitely our stunts. And we do some really hard spinning tricks, and I think that we're really strong in that, and we can beat the teams that have really similar things as us.
Senior cheer and stunt team members April Suarez and Sierra Steffens talked about their skills.
Being a senior on the team, I think I've had a lot of experience with performing, so I think my specialty is definitely comforting the younger cheerleaders on the team, and my flyer is a freshman, so from that I get to help with her a lot.
I would say it's stunting. I'm a flyer, and tumbling really isn't my thing, but I think that I'm a really good flyer.
The team most recently came away victorious from the Hanford Desert Cheer Classic in Richland against 70 teams. So Coach Carlisle is confident that her team will hold up and beat the competition at state this Saturday.
I think their chances are pretty good. The co-ed team will go up against a very strong school out of Kent, and they haven't won nationals, but they've come close to winning nationals in the past. And they have multiple teams at their school, and they win state championships like pretty much every year. So the co-ed team has to go up against them, and that's a really tough team. But I think they're pretty comparable.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Go Chiefs!
And we'll be right back.
Have you been to iFiber1.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting iFiber1.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your number one news source in the Columbia Basin is iFiber1.com. Check it out today.
Attention business owners. The deadline is fast approaching to advertise in the 2015 edition of the Moses Lake Local Book. Don't be the only business left out. In print or online, it's the best way to reach your customer when they're ready to buy. Call today to place your ad by calling 877-738-9829 or by visiting us online at www.statewideyp.com. The Moses Lake Local Book Telephone Directory. Simply the best advertising.
Welcome back. The Washington State Department of Commerce is investing in Grant County's attempt to expand manufacturing at the airport. The county is receiving a $350,000 grant to help advance environmental permitting efforts and prepare for large-scale manufacturing development at the Port of Moses Lake. The funding allows the port to conduct an environmental review of 400 acres at the Grant County International Airport. The Port of Moses Lake has attracted interest from the international aerospace community in recent years. The Advanced Permitting Grant Program was created by the Washington State Legislature in November of 2013 during the special legislative session called to help the state win the Boeing 777X program. The legislature appropriated $2 million to help local jurisdictions advance environmental review and permitting for large-scale manufacturing sites. The speed limit on Interstate 90 could increase. A bill in the state legislature could increase the speed limit on I-90 in 4 eastern Washington counties, including Grant County. The Senate bill would raise the speed limit from 70 miles per hour to 75 miles per hour in rural counties, which would include Grant, Adams, Kittitas, and Lincoln counties. State Department of Transportation spokeswoman Allison Camden said some concerns during the hearing included that increasing the speed limit would create too great of a speed difference between semi-trucks and passenger vehicles. The speed limit for semi-trucks is 60 miles per hour. Washington Traffic Safety Commission spokeswoman Shelley Baldwin also voiced concerns that the increase could have the potential to increase traffic injuries and deaths. The Department of Transportation would like to look at other states that have raised the speed limit past 70 miles per hour and study the process and safety results. Both Idaho and Montana have maximum speed limits of 75 miles per hour, according to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Oregon is currently set at 65 miles per hour. In Northwest news, there's a new coffee craze that has made it into the Northwest. It's a modern take on an old recipe from the other side of the world. Reporter Ben Singer visits one of the few places you can find the drink and conducts a taste test.
No, I'll give it a shot. Let me know what you think of that.
I think it is nice.
That's good.
It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit different.
What do you think is in that?
Recycled water?
It's not recycled water, but it is a somewhat recycled idea. In the past couple of weeks, Whole Foods markets started selling what they're calling Mammoth coffee.
Traditionally, it's an energy drink from Tibet.
In Tibet, they use tea. In this version, coffee, coconut oil, and grass-fed butter.
People love it.
Maya Irving with Whole Foods says the concoction is being offered in part because customers kept asking for it.
We just know that our customers are claiming that it helps them feel fuller longer, and people also claim that the healthy fats in the beverage slow down the caffeine kind of spike. People really like it for its sustained energy.
Many know the drink by another name.
I re-engineered the coffee process to create the bulletproof process.
Dave Asprey coined the term bulletproof coffee, and some credit him for the drink's increasing popularity.
The more you blend it, the better it is. Mixing it with a spoon doesn't cut it.
Asprey is also being criticized for claiming the ingredients he sells to make it are superior.
Brain Octane oil is 18 times stronger than coconut oils.
Whole Foods sells Asprey's book, but is making its own version of the drink. The chain isn't making any claims about the supposed health benefits. They say they're just meeting demand.
A lot of our customers like to try new things.
But whether it's a fad or a fixture, it's too early to tell.
Would you order this?
Yeah, I would. It's really good. I like it.
I wouldn't leave my regular drink for that.
And that's going to do it for us here at iFiber One News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.